welcome to this week's episode of the Combinations Podcast, the podcast from North Staffordshire Combined Healthcare. This episode is a joint collaboration between North Staffordshire Combined Healthcare Trust and Midlands Partnership University NHS Foundation Trust as part of the Community Mental Health Transformation Programme. Eilish Mulholland, Communication and Engagement Officer from MPFT, chats to Leanne Macpherson, the Head of Programmes at the Community Foundation. We hope you enjoy.
Thanks, Leanne, for joining me today to talk about the Community Foundation and the grants that you provide for Staffordshire and Stoke-on-Trent as part of the Community Mental Health Transformation Programme. Do you mind starting off by just telling us a bit about your job and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm the head of programmes at the Community Foundation for Staffordshire. So the Community Foundation have been working across Staffordshire for more than 20 years. We connect with people that want support to support their community with those that need help and support. So that could be private philanthropists, local businesses, local authorities, statutory bodies. We're based in Stafford, but we do have a team from across the county. So that means that we've got an in-depth local knowledge of our communities. It means that we're able to identify needs that exist within them, and we can help mobilise local resources quickly and effectively and help deal with those needs. An example of this was during COVID. So before the national lockdown was announced, we were able to start supporting people straight away. Our experiences in grant delivery and our history in partnership working with local organisations and local authorities has led us to become part of this community mental health transformation programme. And the grant element of this programme is what we specialise in. So we distribute grants across the county, and we use our local connections across the county, which means that we can ensure the grant delivery is executed efficiently, cost effectively, and it ensures the aims of the transformation programme are met.
That's really interesting. I was wondering, could you tell us a bit about the background to the Community Foundation and how it's part of the Community Mental Health Transformation Programme in Staffordshire and Stoke-on-Trent?
Yeah, so like I said, because this is what we do, this is the grant giving is what we specialise in, and obviously the transformation programme approached us to be able to deliver this grant delivery, just because that's what we do. That's what we do on day in, day out.
So you're experts when it comes to grants.
I'd like to think so.
Brilliant, that's good. So could you tell me a bit more about what sort of grants you've awarded to date, and are there any projects you've funded for adult mental health initiatives that have really stood out to you? Any ones that you think that's really outside the box thinking that's transformative?
Yeah. So we've delivered 2 rounds so far of the programme. The first one was in September and the latest one was in March. We've just concluded that one. So to date, we've awarded 15 grants across Staffordshire, including Stoke-on-Trent. That's been worth more than £250,000. The grants have been awarded so far the fantastic organisations that are supporting the aims of the programme. There's some really exciting and innovative projects that are being delivered that are different to what you'd usually expect, but they are all supporting those with severe mental illnesses. A couple brought to mind is the Clay Foundation in Stoke-on-Trent. They're currently delivering a project called Recast. So that provides a creative and social outlet for people in Stoke-on-Trent that are recovering from drug and alcohol addiction. Evidence suggests that when people are engaged with projects like that are creative, they are far more likely to succeed. So the Clay Foundation are hosting a series of workshops led by specially trained artists, where those in addiction recovery can take part in creative projects using clay. So that's one in particular that's really stood out. But there is another one called from an organisation called Wavemaker. And they were awarded funding in the last round to support young adults that are transitioning from child mental health support to adult mental health support, and they are delivering a series of bespoke online workshops that will sort of teach essential digital skills and promote healthy and balanced routines, and generally just improve the health and well-being of those that are taking part. So very different, very unique, and some great projects that are coming through that we're listening to the needs, and also how these organisations want to try and support their communities.
Yeah, it seems that there's a lot of creative thinking going on in terms of
Definitely.
grant applications. So thinking about that, round two grants have recently concluded, and you mentioned there that the round one awardees were in September 2022. I was just wondering, are there any plans for future funding applications? And if someone was interested in applying in the future for a grant, do you have any top tips when it comes to making the best out of an application?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are just about to launch round three. Well, it'll be towards the summer. So round one, both round one and round two supported those with severe mental illnesses. Round one was supporting people with from a wide range of underrepresented groups. So we saw applications that are supporting people with co-occurring needs, people with disabilities, men over 40, veterans. Round two had a similar criteria, but with a focus on young adults and those with gender identity issues, or those from LGBTQ plus communities. Round three will be launching in the summer, like I say. It will have a different focus. What they are trying to do is sort of target their needs on every round. It is currently we're in discussions of what that will look like and identify that focus for round three. So what I would say to anybody that's looking to apply is perhaps just keep an eye on our website and social media just for the new opportunities that are coming up, and have a look at what that focus might be. As for tips, what I would say is just sort of read through the criteria, and have a chat with us if you feel like you've got a project that you want to have a chat with us about, just to see if it fits. Give us a call or send us an email. We can set up Teams meetings and we can have a chat about what that might look like.
That's really encouraging, because often I think when it comes to grant opportunities, sometimes getting started and actually discussing your idea is can be quite daunting, but it's really helpful to know that there's support out there from the people supplying the grants
Yeah.
that can help.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, always happy to help wherever we can, and sometimes it's good just to have just sort of vocalize those ideas that they might have, and sort of have a bit of a, well, do you think this might work sort of attitude. So yeah, happy to help wherever we can.
Very supportive. It all sounds really supportive. In terms of, when I think the round three of grants, it seems really exciting. What, looking to the future, do you think we can hope to see from the Community Foundation? And do you have any aspirations for your collaborative work going forwards when we're looking at mental health?
Yes, we do manage lots of different programs that focus on different needs and issues, and different ways of supporting people. And some of those programs could offer complementary support to this program. I mean, I suppose it's really important just for us to be out there, and just for people to have an eye on our websites and sign up to our newsletter, just to listen to the things that we're going on. I'm really excited about what's to come on the transformation programme. For what we've seen so far on the two rounds, we've got another 4 rounds of funding for this programme to go. So it will be running up until March 2025. So I'm really excited to see what else is going to come through. Some more amazing, impactful projects that are going to be helping the transformation programme, but also through our other work, we'll be able to complement those programmes.
That's really fascinating and exciting. If people want to know more about the work that you're doing, where can they go? I know you've mentioned your website and
Yep.
your newsletter. Any other places of information?
Um, Yeah, I mean, those are the basic, sort of the main portals for our information, and sign up to our social media as well. We're on all the, Facebook and Twitter. So our website is www.staffordshire.foundation, and on there you'll be able to listen or sort of read a little bit about all the work that we've been up to so far, what our main aims are, and also a list of all the grant programs that we've got available. And then, my contact details are on there, so I'm happy at any point to have a chat with anybody about what the work that we do, and what we've got available to help our communities.
That's wonderful. Leanne, thank you so much for agreeing to have a chat with me today. It's been absolutely fascinating hearing about the background to the Community Foundation and your role in making transformation possible. Thank you
No
so
problem.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Combinations podcast and learning more about the Community Foundation and the grant programme as part of the Community Mental Health Transformation programme. If you'd like to listen to more episodes of the Combinations podcast, this can be done on Spotify, SoundCloud and Apple Music by searching Combined NHS Trust.